Hi, and welcome back to Dwayne's Guitar Lessons, where we are working on, I am working on painting the back of this guitar that I'm building. I'm going to be using my airbrush to airbrush this one. The last one I worked on, I hand painted it, and that worked out pretty cool. Might do some hand painting again, but on this particular one, I'm going to try to use my airbrush. So hopefully you can kind of see a little bit about what I'm doing here. I'm just going to paint some fire. I've got a little bit of a picture on there right now, if you can kind of see that. I don't know if you can see who that is, but we're going to paint around it. Start off with some red. There we go. Flames around here. And when you do airbrushing, you really got to master that dagger stroke. There's this thing they call the dagger stroke in airbrushing, and that's something that you really want to master, is that dagger stroke. And that's what really makes these flames, is control of that dagger stroke. The more control you have of that, the better. And I'm just going to put some flames around here. I like an airbrush because it's kind of like allows me to draw this. An airbrush is really cool because especially if you know how to draw. Now, if you know how to draw, you can probably do pretty cool with an airbrush. If you don't know how to draw, I would highly recommend working with drawing before you try to do an airbrush, because it's really very much like using a pencil or a pen or something like that. You can do some really cool stuff with the airbrush. So that's what I'm doing here. Flames. I'm basically just using that dagger stroke, just keep doing that stroke over and over and over again to really build up the flame. That's what you really want to do, is just keep doing that stroke over and over again to really build up that flame. I just kind of build up individual flames is how I do it. I'm going around the picture a little bit here, so I'm basically just using this dagger stroke to put on these flames, and I'm doing it in red right now, and I'll probably go over with some yellow, maybe some orange. The reason why I'm doing is showing you this because when I did my last guitar, people were wondering about the artwork, and I didn't really plan it out necessarily. I just kind of did it, so I didn't really make a video of the artwork, but people were asking me about it, so I thought I would see about making a video of doing the artwork. So in this particular one, we're doing flames. when you're using an airbrush, like I said, it's really about just having really good control of it. You gotta have really good control of it in order to really do stuff like freehand. You know what I mean? It's very much like using a pencil. You're kind of using a pencil to draw and stuff. So. I've been doing artwork for a while, so I'm pretty good with this airbrush. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to go back to doing it again. I used to do it when I was younger, but kind of got more into music and got out of it, so. But I thought it'd be a neat thing to get back into with painting guitars and all. That'd be kind of a cool thing to do. That stroke like that, you know, they call it a dagger stroke is what they call it in airbrushing, and that's the whole thing of what you want to try to accomplish is that just getting that stroke down real good. That's how you create some really cool stuff by hand, but if not, then you got to use like stencils and stuff, and those are pretty cool too. You can do some really cool stuff with stencils. I'm just kind of doing this freehand. That's going to work out. Then we can start putting the guitar together once I get it all painted and everything. I think we pretty much got a lot of the red done. Then we can connect flames here, connect a little bit right here on this cover here. There we go. I was thinking about maybe painting a flame or two on the side of the guitar, but I think I'll just go ahead and leave that black for now. We'll just paint the back of the guitar here. Do that. Now I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of doing it as I go along here, so. Hopefully this will all turn out looking pretty good when it's all said and done. Alright. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see. Here's what we got so far. A little bit of airbrushing on there. A little character in there. I don't know if you can see who that is. If anybody can recognize who that is, well, by all means, leave me a comment and let me know. I'd appreciate it. This little thing down here should pretty much give it away. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, I thought that'd be kind of cool, just a little character back there. So I'm gonna finish up a little bit more of this red, just kind of darken this stuff in, and then we'll go to the next step, which will probably be in the next video, because I don't like to make these videos too long. I just wanted to kind of see what I'm doing. So once again, when you're doing this kind of artwork with, you know, an airbrush, if you decide to do an airbrush, I would highly recommend learning how to draw a little bit first. That's really going to make a big difference. Because this is very much like using a pencil or something, you know, do some really cool stuff with it. And I'm just trying to, yeah, I think that'll work out pretty good right there. Okay, so get this red in here a little bit more. I think it's 5. There we go. Okay, I think that's good for the red for right now. I'm going to stop the video there. So thank you very much once again for watching. And I'm basically just using this little gravity feed airbrush that I got with this airbrush kit. And I think it works good. I have a siphon feed one as well. I think that one works good too, but with the lower air pressure, I think these gravity feed ones work really well. Like I don't know if I mentioned that to you before, but anyway, a gravity feed airbrush has the bowl on top, so you put the paint in here, and then when the air comes through the hose right here, you can see this hose right here, air comes through here, and you push on this trigger and you pull it back. This is called a dual action airbrush. You pull it back, you push it down, you get air, you pull it back, you get paint. And when you're using like a lower pressured air compressor, these work really great because when the air comes in, the paint just goes down. With those siphon feeds ones, you got to be able to have a little more air pressure to pull the paint out. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this. We're going to stop this video here. Okay, well, thank you again once again for watching. Appreciate it. Here's what we got so far. So I'm going to take a break for a little bit, and I'll come back and show you how we're going to do the rest of it. Thanks for watching, and once again, leave a comment or like the video if you like. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.